After the hectic daily routine of the office, I used to have nothing to do to entertain myself. My friend Rio told me about a funfair that was going to be held on Friday evening. The funfair was organized at the outskirts of the town. We decided to attend the funfair to get rid of the daily work anxiety. But who knew that the funfair was going to be a source of constant trauma for us for the rest of our lives? On Monday evening, I started my car and went to Rio's house. After picking him up, we headed towards the funfair. As it was located on the outskirts, every passing minute was sending shivers of horror throughout our bodies. The route was very horrific, and at a point we thought we should go back, but we continued somehow. That was probably our biggest mistake. At about 7 p.m., we reached there. When we saw the decorations and the beauty of the carnival, all of our negative thoughts went away. We started to explore the funfair. But with the passage of time, the atmosphere of the place started to get scary. There was unease everywhere, and it was increasing gradually. All of a sudden, we saw a strange small stall in a place. It gave a very horrific look. We saw a person going into it, and we decided to give it a shot after a few times. When we came back, the stall was not there, and we saw a female crying that her husband went into that stall and never came back. The stall was in that place, and now it has disappeared. Our bodies started to shiver. Rio said that something was wrong with this place and that the stall would be haunted. While trying to get ourselves normal, I said to Rio that it might be a trick of the show. Everything is normal. Don't be afraid. We started to wander to explore the funfair. We went to a bookstall and bought some books. While we were exploring the place, we saw a stall which had an antique collection of things. We went into a stall and started to look for things. After searching, we found a doll. The doll has a very strange appearance. We asked the stall keeper for the price of that doll. But he said that we shouldn't buy this doll as someone earlier bought the doll and experienced very scary accidents. We laughed at it and said that we still want that doll. After buying the doll, we went out of the stall. While we were moving towards our car, we heard screams of people. The stall from which we bought the doll sat on fire. We immediately took our car and went away. While we were driving our car, Rio said that maybe the stall keeper was right. Maybe the doll was haunted. I also started to have some disturbing thoughts. While I was driving the car, we saw a small girl standing on the roadside. She was holding the same doll as we had. I stopped the car, and when we looked at our doll, it was not there. When we looked for the girl also disappeared, but the doll was now in the car. I was terrified of seeing that. Rio screamed, "How is it possible?" After a minute or two, the atmosphere of the car started to become suffocating, and there was strange energy inside the car. When we looked towards the doll, there was blood in her eyes. The doll said, "You made a terrible mistake." I stopped the car immediately, and we ran out of the car, and in an instant of time, the car exploded. We had no idea what had happened, as we were no longer in control of our senses, but we were relieved that we somehow managed to escape death.